in warm-ups, or did your shot feel good today?
It felt great today. Even like in pregame practice, it just felt really good. So I knew that I could come into the game and just be like really aggressive, which I did right away. And as a shooter, once you see the first couple shots go in, you kind of get the tone set for the rest of the game, and that's just what happened.
Were you sparked a little bit too by missing the last one?
Yeah, I was very angry that I had to miss that game, and the fact that I was able to play today, I was lucky that I didn't have any symptoms from my concussion the last couple of days. So when I got cleared, I just knew that I had to take advantage of the opportunity because I might not be able to play next game. That's how my mentality was. So I just came out with no regrets.
You hit a couple threes early, but then you started either going to the rim or Bannon was feeding you some bounce passes. Could you talk about the process of going through that transition of deciding to go to the rim more instead of shooting those threes?
Yeah, so I had a couple threes early, and what they did as a defense is they started top blocking me, so I couldn't come off of those dribble handoffs and those ball screens. So I just made an executive decision to start back cutting, and then when the ball was in the post, I had a couple guys like Brandon Whitney set some back screens for me, and they're just not going to help off of me. And so I found myself getting easy layups, in the paint almost the whole second half, thanks to my teammates, and obviously the people that are giving me the ball.
You guys have played so many close games in conference play, so what's it like to close this one out? Does this give you a little momentum in that element?
Yes, it almost brings tears to my eyes when we actually win one of these games because it just gives us more hope as a team that we can get through this because I think as a team we have a little bit of PTSD from the last couple games that we've lost in this same situation. And so when we come out with a win, it's like we're trying to create our own narrative, a new narrative for this year in the second half of conference play. And it almost is like two different seasons. So now, this is our new identity that we're going to win close games. And that's what you have to do to win in March.
Does it seem like a fresh start now that it is the second half of conference play?
I mean, we have a 2-game win streak right now, and we're going into the rest of the schedule really confident. Now we have our full team, which we didn't have early on. So I just think that right now it is a fresh start for us. And, we just won 2 pretty close games back-to-back. So.
Yeah. To win 2 in a row, first time in Big Sky play, you guys have done that. Does that do anything for you guys mentally or psychologically or anything like that?
It does. Because Thursday was always our day through the whole conference play where we just could not find a way to get a win, and we should have. So now that we broke through that barrier, we just got to take care of business on Saturday, and we've already been doing that.
It's crazy how many close games there are right now in this league. Is everybody just that close?
Honestly, I just think that's the way the game of basketball is right now. Every team can get going every given night. Everybody has players. Everybody has good concepts that they run on offense. So it's one of those leagues where the talent level isn't that much different team to team, and so sometimes it just happens to be the one that executes better that night or the one that shots go in for that night. And that's just what I believe the situation is in the Big Sky Conference.
I mean, you've been in this conference before. Can you compare it to past years to just the state of the conference this year?
Yes. I was in this conference in 2017, 2018 with University of North Dakota right after they had won it the year before and went to the NCAA tournament. And at that time, it was Montana, Weber, and University of North Dakota. And wherever you went to Idaho State, it didn't matter. That was almost a win for us. We just kind of chalked it up. Now, we didn't have a great year, but it just seemed like the league was divided in half. And I don't see that this year. I don't really see that.
I think you did against their 2 high scorers, number 1 and number 5.
Man, I think that we made it tough for them, tough as possible. We tried to guard them as a group, 1 through 5, be in gaps, so they don't have any easy, points. They had 67 points, and they have 3 prolific scorers that can get 20 a night. So, I mean, the fact that their big guy probably was one of their leading scorers says a lot about what we did on the defensive end with their big 3, I guess.
Sweet. Thanks, man.